assalamu alaikum, Gianu, Pakhairagale, Nihama, Chunashume, Washmale, Ohio Gonzalez, Guten Morgen, Privet, and hi hugs and hellos to everybody who's tuned into PT World and are watching World this morning alongside Shazad Khan and Ma Makdoum. Hello, Ma, you look pretty today. What's
Thank you
up?
very much. I have embraced my new age and I am going full steam ahead.
Mashallah,
Because I was
that's
like, you can't be sitting at home, crying over spilt milk. And, aging is inevitable, and the best thing is to do it gracefully.
No, but we have been sharing all those fruits which might help anti-aging as well.
Yes, and
so, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll get started with the show right away. So, first things first, today we do not have a fruit.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we have a dry fruit today,
Yes.
which we'll be talking about, and that is almonds.
Yes, something I'm personally allergic to, but they're very
Nuts.
good for you. It is the species of the tree native to the Middle East, the Indian subcontinent, and North Africa. The United States is actually now the largest producer, and it is also edible and is widely cultivated.
And it is the source of vitamin E, phosphorus, calcium, iron, magnesium, zinc, copper. And then the benefits of it is helps prevent heart diseases, heart attacks, supports healthy brain functions,
Okay, slow down.
maintains skin health.
Yes, slowly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Controls blood sugar levels and prevents diabetes and assists with weight loss and prevents overeating.
Exactly, and increased digestive health, help fight cancer and inflammation, helps maintain dental and bone
And
health
one thing that's
too.
very important, which is it helps with nutrient absorption. So that's very good. So yes.
That's about it.
7 almonds a day my mother used to give us before.
7 almonds a day, and what people used to do was that people used to actually put them in water and then have them before eating anything early in the morning, and they say that that the brain function is really enhanced by eating these nuts.
Exactly.
So ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't tried it so far, please make sure first things first, that is that quite a lot of people are allergic to almonds too.
Yes,
I mean, it's
you
not
can.
just Ma, there are quite a lot of people in our family as well. So please make sure that you're not allergic to almonds, because otherwise you'll start throwing up.
I never threw up. I used to get the itchy ears, my lips used to swell, my tongue used to itch, and then I used to get an upset stomach.
And
It
it's
was very
Friday,
uncomfortable.
Ma, so we'll be coming back on 1st of January as well. So ladies and
Second.
gentlemen, first things first. Okay, second. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year to all of you, and whatever may be your resolution. The only thing is, we did a show yesterday as well, which was related to New Year resolutions. Please make sure that you have something to look forward to. Please make sure that you're focused. Please make sure that you're dedicated.
Exactly, and I will give my message at the end of the show because I have to think of a good one for you guys before we take it away.
So what are we doing today?
So we're doing something very important, something that's in everyone's lives. It's something that you cannot get away from. It's something that our parents always complain about, that we're spending too much time on, our phones, our computers, but that's not our fault because technology is evolving a lot.
Exactly, and whenever we speak of technology, ladies and gentlemen, people have benefited their careers just because of the fact that there was too much research to be done, first of all. And when the research was done, obviously we had Google, we had YouTube, we had Wikipedia. We kept on looking for things, and it definitely helped us. But then at the same time, within 2016, within the entire year, did the Pakistani tech sector do something which we might be proud of? Okay, I think these are the things we need to ask. And then all of those kids who are just being born, the first thing they do is probably own a tablet and then watch cartoons all day long. Is it good? Is it beneficial? Is it not?
Exactly.
I think these are the questions we'll be asking today.
So we're going to get a kind of a whole rounded view of it. We have people representing the sector. We also have people representing the mothers who also are, mainly in charge most of the time of the kids' upbringing. So we have been joined by...
Yes.
I've got the names right here. Yes, Mr. Syed Salman Ali, who is the country head of the USA software company ONA. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Besides Mr. Syed Salman Ali, we have been joined by Mrs. Asma Salman, who is
A happy mother.
Yes, she's a happy mother. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank
And
you so
happy
much.
wife as well.
Thank
Happy
you.
wife.
Yeah.
Well, you have to say that.
That is a good point.
And we probably won't get the truth on television. No, I'm kidding.
A happy mother is a happy wife. In fact, is always a happy mother. So
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
important.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So besides Mrs. Asma Salman, we've been joined by Mr. Mudassir Sayed. He is an additional digital marketer. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum assalam,
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you guys for joining us. So let's get the conversation started. So first things first, and that is, in 2016, did the Pakistani tech sector do something which we should be proud of?
Yeah, first of all, I think it's a wonderful topic that you guys are talking about. And the fruit of the day, the dry fruit of the day is very much in synchronization with the IT. Without an almond, you cannot work in an IT company. So in order to if you have to be geared up for the IT, you have to have almonds.
Okay. You need as much brain capacity as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think IT is evolving. IT is something which is constantly changing, and the interesting part of IT is that it is making other things obsolete. Like it's changing after every 6 months, things are changing up in the social media sector, in the way our lives are geared up, in the way we are following things, the career changes that we are coming up with the IT. As far as what Pakistan is doing, I think Pakistan is a country which is very much embracing IT.
Okay.
And what we say that must have seen that we are changing IT and we are using it for our own benefits.
Okay.
If you see the e-commerce sector, Pakistan has come out with a wonderful solution of the e-commerce. We in our country, we are not very comfortable with using credit cards and debit cards. So what we are doing nowadays is that when people use e-commerce and they buy online, they pay when you get the product.
Exactly.
Like it's like there are so many companies where they are doing it. So interesting part is that we are changing ourselves according to the IT, and we have made wonderful progress. The internet is good. The speed of the internet is good. The technology is good. Educational sector is good, and we are getting good human
I
resource for
think
it.
mobile banking is one of those things which we should be proud of.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And so I know Mudassar wants to add something to this question about what we benefited in
Yeah, more or
2016.
less. Actually, YouTube, we saw YouTube.
You
was
can
banned
relax
for
a bit too.
many
It's
years.
perfectly
It's okay, he's getting involved. It's okay, he's getting involved.
Yeah.
YouTube was not there, in 2013, 14, and it was blocked. So one of the good news that we got in 2016 was that YouTube is back.
Okay.
So many people are using it
The
for.
Pakistani version of YouTube is back.
It's still
That's a negative part, though.
no, but that's fine. I mean, at least we got something. I can listen to all my music, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get the conversation started so then we can bring Asma into the conversation. So you were talking about, the benefits, and you said it's making certain things obsolete, IT. How can the youth of Pakistan benefit or use the internet or social media or IT for their own career development?
See, first of all, when you have an entrepreneurship mindset, that's a wonderful thing, because when you come out and have an e-store or an store on the IT and on the internet, so you are not at all feeling that you do not have a physical space. You are competing with every other big stores. You are on the equal grounds. So obviously, from the entrepreneurship side, this is a wonderful thing.
Okay.
Secondly, new careers are evolving. Like
Okay.
Mudassir has just he's spoken up. He's a digital marketing expert. So what is digital marketing? What is new trends in marketing? He talked about YouTube. So now you talk about like what you marketing on the YouTube, and YouTube has become one of the biggest and what you call the advertising company. So advertising is changing. The way we do things are changing. Now you
Okay.
see that whenever you go to Facebook or YouTube, you see a new advertisement coming up.
Exactly.
And those are the things that we have to face
With
the
a very
things.
vague link as well. Or इस बंदे ने इसको क्या कर दिया link पे click करने. Is that
Yeah.
digital marketing?
Is that
Is
just
that what
about-
we're talking about?
So
To get
why don't
clicks?
we ask Mudassar?
Yeah.
So what is an additional digital marketer?
Great. Actually, we used to have the medium called print.
Okay.
Like many.
We still
decades
have
back.
it.
We still have it.
Back
But
in
not many people.
1870 was the first ever time when the
Yeah.
first ever print ad came out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
great.
And you must
Wow.
have seen that Newsweek is no more in print now. Now they only offer digital subscriptions.
Okay.
So over a period of time, the trends changed, and now then there was hype of electronic media, and then now it is the time when people are using most of their time on internet. So
Okay.
there comes the field of digital media.
Okay.
So now on digital media, how can you succeed? How can you convey your message in the right manner?
Okay.
Similarly, many businesses are now being done
Buy
online.
likes, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I've seen people buying likes
Okay.
Yes.
or
Things like
probably
that.
hiring people who can generate them a good number of likes
Okay.
as well.
But
True,
what's that
but-
got to do with digital marketing?
That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes, but there
I'm
is,
so
you can say,
confused.
a gray area. This is now how you do digital marketing in a right manner.
Okay.
So to do it properly, you need to target the right people, the right audience, and you can do business online. You must have seen the rise of the e-commerce portals in Pakistan. Now, many people, even women, they do shopping online now.
Okay.
And even in smaller cities, they can do shopping online. They can get big brands to their homes because, the big brands, they do not have outlets in smaller cities.
Yeah.
So internet is helping in a lot of
This
ways.
is something which we get, but I think shopping online is something which is not made for me because of the fact
Why?
that every time when I shop online, whatever, for example, if it's a shirt, whenever it's going to come, either it's going to be so small, either it's going to be too large. See, that's what the problem is with online marketing over here as well, that, you know, the things you see
It's
are
not what you're
actually
getting.
not what you get. But over there in abroad, you know, what happens is, for example, if you got something which was not really how it was in the picture, there's a return policy as well.
Yeah, 30 days return.
Are we moving into that
But
direction?
the things what are changing in Pakistan is that you see that what in recent surveys what we have found out that women or household wives, they are doing most of the shopping nowadays, and the reason
not
is that,
nowadays, they've always been doing the shopping.
and obviously they have the money and everything from
Yeah.
the
I tell you, I take a fair.
It's all right, it's all
I
right.
don't agree with that statement at all. I know a lot of boys who spend a lot of money.
and the reason behind is that it is becoming like from our side when we are evolving with IT, we are using it IT, but for the new tech the generation that is coming up, they have to live with it. They cannot just avoid it. So
Okay.
it's like becoming their part and parcel of the life.
Okay, no, this is what I wanted to ask. Now, for example, half of the time what happens is that, you know, we log on to YouTube, we log on to Google, you know, it's for the sake of our entertainment. You know, for example, Maha wants to listen to her music, she can log on to YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to watch my favorite programs or probably see people hosting shows, you know. I can copy it from that as well.
Yeah.
Now, as a matter of fact, where do you think that people can actually use information technology or internet for their careers? How can they utilize it for that purpose?
Now, when I say that entrepreneurship is one, secondly, when you are like if you want to get something, you want to get some education, those portals are available. All information is there. Good blogs are there. You can go and sit in your home and start writing a good blog. You can start being a small software expert. You can start making your own portals. You can start doing your own e-commerce site. There are, like, we have seen so many success factors in Pakistan that people are like, they have made a small game and they have made millions. They have made a small e-commerce store and they have got funded from so many. So you have to have an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have got a good idea, then there are no
Okay.
limitations to entry. Like, you can go and start doing your business, start getting into a career, and
Okay.
start doing a good job.
Very nice.
Okay, no, and this is great. I mean, you know, Pakistan seems, you know, like you said, with the online banking, with the shopping, you know, a lot of females, and we will bring Asma into the conversation very soon.
Actually, I'm waiting for my bar to
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We just need to get.
We're
to-
just coming over there.
Yeah. So now, but the thing is, all of this is all great, but when your population, when over 50% are illiterate, and then you have over 50% or 60% which are youth, how does this benefit them? Because a lot of them cannot even afford smartphones. I mean, you know, the brands that will allow you to maybe start up your own online shopping or e-commerce, etc. So how is the general population going to benefit from this?
No, obviously communication is getting good.
Okay.
So obviously initially people were not comfortable with internet,
Okay.
but now I have seen people who are not at all educated, who are like for a very low income background, but they are using internet, they are using Facebook, they are using WhatsApp. So obviously that information is coming up. They know how to use that gadget now. So
Okay.
that is an important factor. Now they are
Right.
getting comfortable with the gadget. And secondly, when you get comfortable with the gadget, then you start reaping its benefit out of it. Obviously, there is definitely a negative factor of that as well. I'm not saying everything about internet is goody-goody.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are disadvantages of that, and that is where you have to have a limitation and control over the internet as
And
well.
that is where mothers come in as well. Now I think it's your turn
Yeah,
to,
finally.
to talk about. Now what happens is that, you know, as soon as a child is born, you know, after 6 months or 7 months, you know, we're too cool to be parents. We, you know, bring in tablets, or, you know, this is for my son or this is for my daughter, and they start using it. And eventually we forget that we do have a son or a daughter because they're too busy with the tablet as well. How, as a parent, do you think that you really need to be focused on your kid, that, you know, okay, this might be the time, 1 hour, 2 hours on daily, you know, routine, and, you know, after that you have to be with your father or with your mother or siblings or grandparents?
Actually, you see, everything has pros and cons.
Yeah.
So basically, when we talk about internet, or basically these days tablet, if you talk about any sort of gadget for the children, it's a must. Because in school also, all the everything that is there that they study, they
Because
have to
my
go.
elder brother's son has got it, so, you know, obviously I have to buy it for my son
That
too.
is
You
the
know, this is
reason.
one thing which I do not like at all.
Actually, not only elder brother, the friends also in schools, you know, when one child has it, then every other child wants it.
Yeah.
But these days in schools, like my children, they get their winter vacation homework. It's not only books and copies. halfway it's the internet as well. They have to research work, they have to do research work, they have to find out a lot of stuff, and then they have to write down, and they have to even do certain questions online as well. There are certain websites where they do these mathematical questions online as well. So it's a must for them to use. As a parent, I'm a very concerned mother, I must say. So I cannot
When
actually.
you say mother, you do not have to say concerned.
So basically, I think that we cannot refrain children from using a gadget or the internet, but checks and balances should be there.
How do you
That
do
is a
that?
must.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about checks and balances. How do you do it then?
Basically, it's the parents' job. Both the mother and the father, they have to see. They have to time bar it. Actually, the children can use it for like an hour or
Or
so.
probably check the browser history.
Yeah.
The histories, that is very important.
Yeah,
They
you
have-
have to do
even though, first of all, we have to give a proper trust to our children, that we completely trust them, whatever they're doing. And it's the parents' duty in order to ethically tell them what's right and what's wrong.
Okay.
And then, but to be on the safe side, they have to check the history as well. I must
No,
say that.
no, but no. Why do you have to do that? There is that parent control where you can bar certain sites and you can completely control where they're going and limit their access. But that's great. So it's all about limiting. It's all about time management, and it's about getting a system. Like, for example, when we were younger, it's about playing outside.
Yeah.
We were limited because we had to come in and then do our homework. So it's the same thing. But I want to ask you, just moving away from the children aspect of it, as an individual, as a mother yourself, as someone who runs the household, how do you benefit from the internet or all this technological advancement?
Like as you guys were saying, the online shopping stuff, even though I must say that being a woman, women are very curious. First they want to touch the cloth and then buy it.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, that is,
So there's
and we are used to skimming the entire shop before actually getting on to one thing that we need to buy. You know, that's what my husband
So
is
checking
always.
women's history is right.
Okay, so, but the thing is, now that's changed with the whole online thing. So how have you used it for your advantage?
A lot.
A lot, yes. Basically,
tell
when
us.
some topic comes up,
Yeah.
you know, I was working before, but now I have a daughter. I have to take care of her, so I cannot go out. And when some topic comes up of like national interest in which, you know, I really want to do survey and all. And basically, sometimes children also bring up such things that, you know, these days they are much more, you know, advanced, and they talk about things. Everything is a click away. You just turn on the Google and you just skim through it, and then you know,
So I think
participate in the topic with
it
your
might
husband.
be hard
or
for
children.
Salman Sahib to check your browsing history, right?
I don't let you.
The list is so
Out of
long.
question. Out of
And
question.
half of the time what happens is that you only get messages from your bank.
Okay.
Credit, debit it. You know, this is what is going on. But sir, moving on to you now.
One day I'm going to bring your wife on the show to defend herself, because I'm pretty sure you're the one doing all the
I
credit
can
card
show you a million messages right now as well. All right, but now, sir, moving on. What do you, you know, what type of information technology trends do you see fostering in 2017 as you yourself is a digital marketeer? Now, what do you think will be progressing in 2017?
Okay, one of the very interesting concepts that is coming is virtual reality.
Yeah.
You must have seen the new VR devices, and everybody's like, you know,
I actually tried one and it was amazing.
was
I was
amazing.
underwater.
We did it on the show, right?
No, I did. I tried again.
We did
last
it on
week.
the show too.
I know.
Wow.
so you see, one
That was
that is
limited.
something.
Okay, I'm sorry,
that-
I'm going to stop you over here, but you know, we have a dilemma.
What?
Okay, so 20 years earlier, when we used to sit right in front of the television screen just like that, our mothers used to say, oh, don't do it, you know, you'll ruin your eyesight.
Yeah.
Now what happens is that we're
Oh,
wearing
good
the Oculus
point.
right over here, and nobody thinks that that's a problem.
That's a very good point. We should get some doctors in to ask about that
yeah,
next
we should,
time.
but moving on.
Yes, you're right. There are some negative sides of it. And when we asked a virtual reality expert in a conference about the same thing, that can it affect your eyesight as well? So they said that right now there is no research available on it.
Or even if
so
it does,
we don't
it's
know.
so cool.
We don't know. Maybe it is
I heard
affecting
about the blue light
eyesight as
thing,
well.
that the blue light is emitted from these gadgets, and it's very dangerous for that.
But
I
we-
again researched that on the internet myself.
Okay, great. So we see the virtual reality as one of the
Yes,
trends.
that
So
is
what?
that is one of the new trends.
Okay.
Then there's a new concept called programmatic advertising.
Programmatic
Yeah,
advertising.
programmatic.
What is
That
that?
means-
Do we have a matrix in that?
Yeah, kind of. You know, you must have seen smart TVs that
Yeah.
people are now using them in their homes as well.
Yeah.
So you know, a time will come when you will be like, it will be evening, and you may be you may want to have a cup of coffee or something like that, or maybe it's a time that the system will understand that now you're hungry, and you may like to order a pizza for you,
Oh.
and things like that, and
So
you
that
will be
might be like
seeing a
Jarvis
relevant
from
advertisement on
Mark
your television
Zuckerberg's house.
screen, on your mobile device and things like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
this
that's
is also
really
a new
clever
trend that you'll see.
advertising.
in
That's
No,
the
but Mark
dangerous.
Zuckerberg has already done that. He's
Yeah, home
developed this
automation.
application with the name of Jarvis, and he's
Yes.
got like Morgan
Yeah.
Freeman to
Jarvis,
do all the voiceovers.
Morgan Freeman's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, for example, just imagine that even if you are supposed to wear a new shirt, the shirt will come to you. You're not supposed to
Yeah.
go anywhere. What happened to augmented reality?
Yeah, I mean, nothing happened. There is also this virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. These are the new concepts
And are
that
these
are
the
there.
technologies to invest in as well?
Yeah, why not? You can
Where do
use
we
them,
invest?
for example, in the healthcare sector. Okay. For example, in education. Like if somebody cannot visit, let's suppose, London or Paris or places like that, or maybe historical places, you can like just give them a VR glass and they can like go there. Children can experience those places. They can learn a lot from there. Similarly, in the healthcare sector, a doctor sitting in a metropolitan area can, can look at a patient in a remote area, things like that. So you can use augmented reality, virtual reality.
Scary. It's
Well,
almost like
yeah, it is
Minority
scary. For
Report.
example, if you're on Skype or video WhatsApp calling with your doctor, oh, look at my teeth. You might be looking at the wrong one as well.
Yeah.
No, this one, please.
No, but that happened to me in real life, that my dentist changed the wrong filling. She still disagrees with me to this day, but I know she replaced the wrong filling. So
But in
it can happen.
2016, I think one of the very best technologies which we invented, well, it wasn't really 2016, it has been going on for like a
Which
year or
one?
two, drones. Now these quadcopters, I think, was one of those technologies. And then what they've done is that they have induced a mini ambulance into a drone. For example, if somebody's having a heart attack, so the drone, all you have to do is click on your cell phone, and the drone comes flying, and
Okay.
they've got the entire package and everything in it as well.
Shadad, if I can just add one thing to it, the things are coming up so fast.
Yeah.
The augmented reality, the virtual reality.
What is
the-
augmented reality?
You see, in virtual reality, the things are not real.
Yeah, we've
they are
had
just-
that show, yeah.
But in augmented reality, it is something or mixed. It's called also mixed reality. The table is there, but when you wear the glasses, then you can see these characters running around in on the table. Now, if we have a room, then you go in the room. The room is actual, but then there will be a window which actually will not be there.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that is mixed reality. That is there. But my concern is that these are things are happening so fast, and
Yeah.
this is happening so much. I would say that in Pakistan we should have some type of a regulatory as well. We should know
yeah.
that this is right, this is wrong, this should be allowed, this should not be allowed for the kids. So I am not totally in favor of that. Everything that is being there, everything we should just embrace it and start using it without knowing the pros and cons of
So
it.
let's ask a mother, what is right and wrong for kids on internet?
Oh, that's a there's no answer to that.
For example, I don't let my
don't
daughter
worry.
watch Spider-Man because of the fact that right after watching Spider-Man, she thinks that she herself is a Spider-Man as well. And
That's
then
so
she
cute.
starts hitting and throwing
This
things
is the
away.
basic issue with the boys as well.
Yeah.
When they see these just cartoons and everything, they're getting so much fighting and.
But
such
I used to watch
brutal
these.
stuff.
I never did that stuff. I watched X-Men. I watched Spider-Man. I watched Batman. I watched Thundercats. I watched He-Man
You
and
just
She-Ra.
watched it, right?
No, but in those times we never used to watch for like hours and hours. But these days, parents they get so much involved in the other stuff that they let children watch for
I
like
think
hours.
we're being really
3
hard
hours,
on
4 hours.
parents. I think it's unfair to be so
No, they're
difficult.
busy with their own cell phones.
Yeah.
So as a
That
matter
is
of
the
fact,
problem.
what happens in every household
talking
is,
about a small segment
okay,
of
so you've got a
society
daughter,
here.
okay, she's on her tablet. The father's there, he's on his phone. The mother's there, she's on her own phone as well.
No,
Children
because
are getting very hyper these days. After playing with them for like 2 hours or so, then you really need a time off.
Okay.
So the best option.
yeah, so let's not blame the parents. Okay, so it's about having rest. Okay, now just going forward, because we're wrapping up the segment. What would you say, Salman, is that just your average person, who's young, what should they be keeping an eye out for in 2017, and what would you say to them if they were young students?
I think for students, I think that they should embrace the technologies. They should know what new things are coming up, and they should look into it from the point of view that what opportunities it is providing to them. Now, things are coming up, new ideas. Amazon has come out with a totally different store. You just walk in there and take the things and go out without any checks but they have these things over there.
The apps
So
are there, yeah.
apps are there and everything. So application is there, new technology is coming up, new e-commerce stores are coming up, and all of this is there. So, and from the parenting side, I just want to add something that the only solution to all of this is not to keep a check on this, but to spend time with your kids.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
spend time with your kids, then you don't need to have these
You have
browser
to tell
histories
them
and look
what's
into
right and
browser
what's
histories.
wrong.
Absolutely. The internet is not going to do that. But thank you so much for your time. It was absolutely wonderful having this conversation.
Thank you so
And at the end of the day, you know, what I've noticed is that our generation, because internet started with us, so we use it as a kind of a fun thing and we use it for more entertainment. But the new generation, they actually, because they were born into this world, they have a more
Yeah.
understanding on how to use it and balance.
I still remember the day when for the very first time I actually got connected to internet, because
That
back then we used
modem.
to have modems.
Yeah.
And you know, the very moment you used to get those two computers, you know, connected, saying that, you know, okay, your internet's connected, that was a moment of joy as
Wonderful.
well. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because when we guys are going to come back, we're going to ask somebody whether how 2017 is going to be for Cancerians, Capricorns, Aquarius.
After a while, we've done this topic, so
Yeah.
do stay tuned.
Good morning.
Welcome back, everyone. And before the break, we were discussing about IT technology and what we can look forward to in 2017. And now, as Shazad mentioned, we are going to be discussing what one can look forward to, because, you know, we've done, after a long time, we've done a show on astrology. And
Yeah.
before we did it a lot, but, you know, it's, some people believe in it, some people don't. But it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting way of life. And some people have just a better perception on what's going to happen.
Ma, the only people who believe in astrology are those actually who, you know, for whom all of those predictions came true. You know, for somebody, you know, for example, if I predicted for you that, you know, you're a Capricorn and this year this is something which is going to happen to you. If that happened to you, you'll believe in it.
Not
If that
really.
didn't, you know, I've seen quite a lot of people. But, you know, I think what we need to do is that we need to ask the expert about it, whether
What's
to
happening?
believe in it or not. But since he's an astrologer himself,
obviously he's gonna say yes.
obviously he does believe in it.
Yeah. Okay, so we have been joined by Muhammad Ali, who is our astrologer today. Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. So 2016 has been a tough year.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of
Yeah.
tragedies,
We've lost a lot of people.
lost a lot of people, lost a lot of lives.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are happy that it's ending.
No.
Is that a good thing? Should we be looking forward to 2017? And actually, can you tell us what happened in 2016 in the relation of astrology?
In 2017, generally, if we'll overview the situation, the few planets are going to move.
Okay.
But overall, a few countries from the east side of the Pakistan, you will see the situation will remain same.
Okay.
Especially in India, in Sri Lanka, and in Indonesia.
Okay.
While in India, you will see some internal disputes you will see in this coming few months. And after the June, till June, the position will go same almost. Within the Pakistan, you will see the good relationship with or Afghanistan is a friendship, and we will go ahead on this. These
Wonderful.
are the few good things I can say.
2017.
These are
In
very few good
2017.
things, though.
They're very good.
Yeah, but you will see, you will find so many constructions here,
Yeah.
and the development in the IT as well. You were
Okay.
discussing
Yeah.
before, and like this development, you will see.
So it's a good year for
Yeah.
Pakistan.
It's a good year for Pakistan overall for the public.
Okay,
How do you think
excellent.
In the
CPEC is
public
going to
sector.
affect Pakistan in this coming year?
CPEC.
And the CPEC will go on. Yeah,
Okay.
we cannot stop it. It will
Okay.
go on.
You can't stop it. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. And now, in regards to social, just the kind of, the normal people like us, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? What can we expect?
Individually, if you will see, the last few years was not good for Sagittarians.
Okay.
If you know some Sagittarians.
I know some
Thank God I'm
Sagittarius.
not
So
saying
that's a bit
Okay.
tough time for them.
Okay.
Who else?
And the Libras as well.
And the
Okay.
Libras as
So
well.
the situation is going to change now,
Okay.
For Sagittarius and Libras.
and both,
Okay. All
right.
especially both because they were in big trouble the last
Okay.
few years.
And now a lot of people, I've been reading this a lot, that Mercury is in retrograde.
What
Correct?
does that mean?
What does that mean? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, think about this retrogression mean that something coming reverse.
Yeah.
This is not like this.
Okay.
Means if you are going in the car and another car cross you, you feel yourself you are a bit slow.
Yeah.
So this is retrogression.
Or-
Another planet will cross it, and that is why Mercury calls
So
it
Mercury is
retrograde.
crossing what? Or somebody's crossing Mercury. What's
Yeah.
crossing who?
Mercury is a very fast-moving planet.
Okay.
Sometimes it retrograde with the Mars, with the Sun as well.
Yeah.
So when it retrograde, the results a bit,
And what effect does it have on people and then generally
Mercury
on us?
actually is the planet of brain.
Okay.
And your speaking powers. When it retrogrades, you will see some people are, sometimes dull and they can make the decision right now, quickly what to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a certain time, a little bit time, they will do it.
I've been
Otherwise,
actually suffering
the big
this.
planets, affects on the peoples and the countries is the Saturn.
It's Saturn. Okay, I've heard about Saturn as well.
It stays in one house till 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is that a good thing?
It depends.
Oh, okay, depends.
It depends again
Okay.
What does it
individual because
depend
right
on?
now, right now the Saturn is in the Sagittarius
Okay.
from last 2 years,
Okay.
And they were in problem as well.
and they were in problem
That's what you
as
said.
well. And
Okay.
Capricorn on the houses of.
I'm Capricorn. Okay, I'm a Capricorn.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Saturn rule in the Capricorn and the Aquarius.
Okay.
So you-
Aquarius. Okay, so both of us.
You will see the Capricorn peoples.
Yeah.
Their ruling planet is the Saturn at the time of birth, especially.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are very intelligent.
They what?
They are very intelligent.
Thank you. Yes.
They are in learning process all the life,
Okay.
and ultimately they had a department.
Okay.
Not all, some Capricorn.
Okay.
We will see in their birth chart that where the Saturn was at that time.
What about
Oh.
Aquarius? Because you just mentioned Capricorn and Aquarius,
It's a
right?
good time for Aquarius because Aquarius rule same as Saturn.
So,
Is both you are together in the seat in one instant, one sofa.
Okay.
So Capricorn and Aquarius, two consecutive
Yeah.
stars, and
Yeah.
ruled by the Saturn.
So 2017 should be good.
Good for them.
Inshallah.
Oh,
It's going to
inshallah.
be, all you
It
need to do
was
is
a-
be faithful. Okay, so now
Exactly.
my producer is very eager to, ask
know,
about
it's
all
really-
those people who've got a star with the name of Cancer.
Cancerian.
For the Cancer. Cancer actually, this is a good sign, but right now, they are.
No, stop it. Yeah.
No.
No.
The position will be better after the March for the Cancerian.
After March.
After
Okay,
March.
but up until March they
We
can.
see the end.
Should that stop being mean?
Yeah.
So up until March, what can they expect?
Yeah, they will go for the betterment. For the last 2 years, and
Okay.
especially 1.5 year, were
Yeah.
really not good for the Cancerians.
Okay.
Okay,
But-
tell-
okay. So basically, no. What he's saying, the last 1.5 years wasn't good, but up until March, it will start to get better, and after March, it will be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Geminis?
Gemini is also, ruled by the Mercury.
Okay.
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 So they're a bit slow right now.
A bit slower right now.
Okay, I'm starting to understand this a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taurus.
And the Taurus ruled by the Venus. Venus is in the good position, coming in Aquarius now in the February, and you will see in the February, the Taurus people will, will feel more energetic, and they will produce something.
Okay, that's my brother.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully.
Okay, yeah, most of the time what happens is that whenever there's an astrologer on the show, I've seen on different, numerous TV shows, the most frequent call made by a caller is, "Oh, when are we getting married?"
Oh,
So okay, so in 2017, which stars are more likely
He
to
doesn't
get
like
married?
this question.
Yeah, this is actually once again the question for the individual chart.
Yeah.
Individual.
But overall, you will see the 2017 till June, or especially September, October, will the year of marriage, the months of the marriages.
Okay.
So the very successful, and you will see some breakup from the eastern region there.
Oh.
From the celebrities breakup, you will watch in this
Okay.
coming. I will not
Okay.
name them, but yeah.
You're not going to name that case. As I say, are we going to have predictions? No, let's not be negative. Let's hope
Yeah.
that everyone stays happy
Yeah.
and stays together.
And let's talk about political stability in the region as well. Since you
You
talked
just
about
said-
Afghanistan, let's talk about Russia as well.
We are
Let's talk
going
about our
to,
neighboring countries.
Because one planet we call in your language Rahu.
Rahu.
It's a very dangerous name sometimes.
Okay.
Going over from Leo.
Okay.
Pakistan is Leo.
Okay.
But fortunately, we have a very strong position, and a little bit, confusion within the state. But in India, the eastern side of the Pakistan, we are now here, and I will make the chart from here, and I will see my east. The India is there very fast, and then Sri Lanka is there. You will see in the next year, after May and June, there some internal irritation will be noticed in the India.
Okay.
And some political party maybe ask for their rights, and they want to divide the state. So like this one.
Okay, so I'd also just like to ask, just putting aside from astrology, how did you personally get into astrology? I'm actually quite curious
Yeah.
now.
Actually, when I born, my father was very much, he was the book lover.
Okay.
I read so many books, and I found one day a book of palmistry. I said, what is this? And then Takwim is called ephemeris, and the position of the planets. So from there, I started.
Okay.
So I properly studied it from Mr. Muhammad Muazzam Khan.
Right.
He is the only one person who is here who is working on it, and he read it from.
How important is it to believe in it, first of all?
All right, if you will argue on this, believe it or not, the man was born with the nature of curiosity. He wants to know that what is happening and what is going to happen now.
Yeah.
So if sometime people ask me what's the religious point of view, you will give it to this. And I will say one verse of Allama Iqbal. He says that zamana ek, hayat ek, kainat bhi ek, khayal kam nazari qissa jadid qadim. There is nothing future.
Yeah.
Everything is present here. We are working in the modern physics. We are working on the time machines now.
Yeah.
We can sit and go. So
Interesting.
Allama indicated 100 years ago that nothing is, what is it? You can see my behind. This is a wall maybe,
Yeah.
or if somebody, is it present for you?
Yeah.
But a future for me, I will stand,
past for someone who's
turn
looked
it
at
out,
it.
and then I will
Yeah.
see what is there.
Yeah.
So everything is here.
That's a good
You
definition.
have the view actually. You have your IQ level, or you the thing,
So in short, it means that the next coming year, which is going to be 2017, is going to be superb for Pakistan and all those people
yeah,
who are
all
out
is
there,
good
inshallah.
for.
And especially Capricorns and Aquariuses. Yay!
As a Capricorn, going to achieve so many
Okay.
things really.
Thank you
Great,
very much.
thank you so much for your time. It was an absolute
welcome.
pleasure meeting you, and I hope your 2017 is awesome as well.
Thank you very much.
So, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And Shazad gave his resolutions at the beginning, so it's my turn to give the resolution. I'm just going to say, try to be positive. Yes, there's a lot of, ups and downs in the world, within our personal life, but especially after my birthday, it's just really truly is focusing on the positives. There are people out there who truly care about you, who truly love you. And if there isn't, you will find someone who, you can connect with, and just not to give up hope.
Very, very well said, Maha.
I know, there's all these
and
things
this is
in
what
my
is
head.
that half of the time, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we wake up, the type of age we are in, particularly we do have the pressure, or, we do get under depression as well, just because of the fact that we want to grow.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason why we hope to grow is just because of the fact that we have this positive side to our personality, that, this is what we want to achieve. But if, God forbid, that's not happening, please reconsider all of those steps or things which you did to achieve that goal. It will work out, because in the first place, you have to believe in your own self. That's
Exactly.
it. So don't forget to log on to our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of,
Well, this morning.
on Twitter,
Well, this morning without a G.
on Daily Motion on YouTube,
Well, this morning.
and the Fabulous Repeat is going to be at
11 p.m. this evening, and wherever you're watching it in the world, you just have to do the addition or subtraction. But have a wonderful day and a happy New Year's in advance, and we will see you bright and early on Monday morning.
Stay blessed. 1, 2, 3. Good morning.